This is your eye-opener music beat. I'm Mike Adam, hanging out with T Mills.
Hey, what's up, man?
I am super excited to have you in here, man.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So, your last name is really Mills. I feel like with a last name like that, you kind of had to become a rapper.
Or just successful in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
If you had no Mills and your last name was Mills,
it'd be all bad.
It would be bad.
Yeah.
You know, I was stalking you a little bit before you came in here, and you are friends with everyone. Like,
I am.
Why? Like Mike Posner, who else? Sammy Adams, who I love.
Yep.
We grew up in New England. I've known him for a while. But just everyone loves you. Wiz Khalifa.
I was with Wiz last night, and then I was at. It was crazy because last night I was at the One Direction 5 Seconds of Summer concert. Then I got in an Uber, and then I went to the Wiz concert. And then the night before that, I was with DJ Mustard in New York at Webster Hall. Yeah,
You're
man.
like this.
I'm just a social dude. I'm just a social dude.
How do you have time? I feel like I have my 5 friends and I don't even give them enough like time. How do you manage that, dude?
I don't know. I want to say I'm really good at texting people back.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's like an understanding in what we do as artists and as performers, and you know, I might not necessarily talk to Wiz every single day, but every time I do talk to him or every time we see each other, it's like no time has passed. You know what I mean? It's like we're just hanging out. The last time we hung out was yesterday, and we just kind of pick back up where we left off.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it has to be, you know, in this, because you know, I'm gone for 2 months at a time, and then I'm home for a couple weeks, and then I leave again for a month. So it's so like, you know, here, there, and everywhere, and I feel bad for like my family, you know, like, yo mom, I know I saw you like for 2 hours the night before I left, and I won't see you again for 2 months, but I love you and I'll call you every night, you know.
Right. I'm glad you brought up, it was funny, in the same sentence you pretty much said One Direction and Wiz Khalifa, and I wanted to bring this up, dude, because it's crazy that you live in like these 2 different worlds. I was gonna be like, dude, you're on tour with Rixton. Do you lose street cred because of that, or like how do you mingle with the boy bands and still like hang with all the rappers?
I feel like there's no genres in music anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, I mean, especially with my music, and I feel like the people I have around me, the influences I've had growing up, and even this last year, you know, like I've been working on this album with Dr. Luke, who he loves making Juicy J records, but then he loves making Katy Perry records and throwing Juicy J on top of it. So like Luke, you know, Dr. Luke and I, we really get each other's vibe, and it's you know, it's complimentary. It's cool to know that I can run in all circles and not have to. I don't have to dress a certain way. I don't have to talk a certain way. I don't have to act a certain way. People like me for me, and I'm accepted for who I am and for what I do and for the things that I like and the things that I love. And I've always had many different groups of friends. You know what I mean? I've been friends with the gothic kids in high school. I've been friends with the emo kids in high school, and the punks and the hip hop heads and the sneaker heads, and just, you know, the artsy weirdos, and you know, the theater geeks. And that's just like how, you know, that's just how I rolled. I'm just hop out of one circle into the next and just kind of, you know, maneuver.
I read or saw you talking about, you put a tattoo on yourself, right?
I've tattooed. Yeah, I've tattooed myself a couple times.
Did it come out really bad, the first one? I feel like if I did that, it would be like a squiggly line, and I would stop.
It was a series of squiggly lines. Yeah, a squiggly line with another squiggly line that made a word. It wasn't the best tattoo. I'm not gonna lie to myself, you know.
Dude, we got to get you like vegetables to practice.
I know,
on or
right?
something.
Or like,
not people anymore.
No more people.
Awesome, hanging out with T Mills.
Hey,
Thank you so much for
thanks for
stopping
having
by.
me. I appreciate it.